In the bustling streets of Seoul, Park Sae-ro-yi is a determined high school student with a strong sense of justice. One day, he stands up to a school bully, Jang Gun-won, the son of the powerful CEO of Janga Group. Sae-ro-yi punches him for picking on a classmate. Despite acting out of principle, the school expels him, and his father, a loyal employee at Janga, is pressured to resign. But Sae-ro-yi doesn't back down. He refuses to apologize, unknowingly starting a fight against a powerful empire. Sae-ro-yi's father, Sung-yeol, admires his son's integrity but warns him about the consequences of defying the powerful. They try to move forward with their quiet life, planning to open a small restaurant together. But tragedy strikes. Sae-ro-yi's father dies in a hit-and-run accident. The driver, Gun-won. Sae-ro-yi is devastated, and when justice is denied due to Janga Group's influence, he takes matters into his own hands. Fueled by rage, Sae-ro-yi attacks Gun-won, landing himself in prison. Behind bars, he vows to destroy Janga Group and avenge his father. He begins studying, planning, and focusing, not on revenge alone, but on building his future. Years later, he's released with a clear goal to build his own restaurant and rival Janga. He heads to Itaewon, a diverse and vibrant district, where his new journey begins. In Itaewon, Sae-ro-yi opens his first pub, Danbam. He hires a small team of outsiders and misfits, believing in second chances. Among them is Jo Yi-seo, a brilliant social media influencer with a wild streak. Though she initially sees Sae-ro-yi as naive, she becomes intrigued by his values. Sae-ro-yi's quiet strength and relentless drive begin to win people over. But success doesn't come easy. Janga Group quickly notices Sae-ro-yi's return and begins interfering. The power struggle intensifies as Sae-ro-yi refuses to give in to their pressure. Yi-seo steps in to help revamp Danbam's image and online presence. Her genius marketing strategies draw in crowds, turning the struggling pub into a hotspot. But Janga won't let them rise so easily. They begin pulling strings to block permits and disrupt operations. Despite the obstacles, Sae-ro-yi pushes forward. He gains allies who admire his honesty and ambition. Yi-seo becomes more than just a business partner. She develops feelings for him, though he's still emotionally tied to his past crush. Oh, Sua! Sua works for Janga Group, making their relationship complicated. Torn between loyalty and ambition, she watches Sae-ro-yi rise, conflicted but proud. Danbam faces a major crisis when they're forced to relocate due to landlord pressure. The team is discouraged, but Sae-ro-yi remains calm. With Yi-seo's help, they find a new location and rebrand the pub. The new version of Danbam is stronger, bolder, and even more popular. Meanwhile, Janga's chairman, Jang Dae-hee, begins to see Sae-ro-yi as a real threat to his legacy. Chairman Jang offers Sae-ro-yi a deal to give up the fight. But Sae-ro-yi refuses. Instead, he doubles down on expanding Danbam into a franchise. Investors start to notice, and competitors begin taking him seriously. Yi-seo's loyalty deepens, standing by him during every setback. Tensions rise as Gun-won becomes more unstable, still haunted by his past crime, which Sae-ro-yi hasn't forgotten. As Danbam grows, Sae-ro-yi's past continues to affect his present. He reflects on his time in prison, his father's advice, and the pain of injustice. These memories fuel him, but also weigh him down. He starts realizing that success isn't just about revenge. It's about building something meaningful. Yi-seo encourages him to open up, and he slowly begins to see her in a new light. Janga Group tries one final move to destroy Danbam, a public scandal and legal threats. But Sae-ro-yi's team stands strong, revealing Janga's corruption. Public opinion shifts. The underdog story of Danbam spreads like wildfire. Sae-ro-yi wins more than just business. He earns respect. His dream is no longer just about revenge. It's about building a better world, starting from a tiny pub in Itaewon. The battle isn't over, but Sae-ro-yi is no longer alone. His team is stronger, his vision clearer, and his influence growing. Yi-seo confesses her feelings, and though conflicted, Sae-ro-yi starts opening his heart. Soo-ah, watching from afar, realizes she may have lost him. The lines between enemies and allies blur. But one thing is certain. Park Sae-ro-yi's fight has just begun. This is just the beginning of the Itaewon Class story. Park Sae-ro-yi's journey from tragedy to triumph is far from over. Through loyalty, pain, and perseverance, he's become a symbol of resilience. What comes next will test his limits, but for now, Danbam stands tall in the heart of Itaewon, a beacon of hope, rebellion, and a dream worth fighting for.